All right, let's see about that. Welcome, folks, to this week's Tiki Tuesday live show. I'm Siamoda, joining you here from the Warp Portal studio, and let's get this broadcast underway. Hello there, everybody. Oda here. This is kind of a big week for us. We've got our level 175 update coming in. That'll allow 3-1 and 3-2 class characters to level up to 175 and Jabba level 60. So we have a page for that up in the update section of the Play Ragnarok website, and let's get this show underway. If you guys are encountering any kinds of skipping or latency issues with the Twitch chat, if you can, please click the wrench to the bottom right corner of the video and report latency, or if the video or if the audio is skipping, and that will get Twitch Senpai to notice us and alert them that there's a problem. Now, these broadcasts all get archived up to our YouTube page. Definitely appreciate you guys watching it there too as well if you're not able to participate in live. But anyways, I'm here in beautiful Islu, just kind of hanging out with folks here. Looks like people from all different sorts of guilds, people who are making sure to advertise that they're buying Incubus cards or Keto hats and things like that. So this week is a busy week for us. In addition to level 175 update on Renewal server, we have Janeway. The Jumping Janeway event is coming back. This is a one that starting up to job level 70 or up to level 70, it allows new characters and old characters alike to complete quests from this NPC named Janeway in Islud to quickly level your character up to level 70. So you can participate in WoW, you can participate in high level content. So it's a perfect time, and so yeah, please report if there are skipping issues. You click the wrench, you select the audio and video stutter under how was the video, and send feedback. So everybody, please do that right now. I think it will help us out a little bit. They might allocate some fatter pipes to our stream. So let's take a look, since we're already talking about renewal, take a look at the Ralph Baer Memorial Maintenance. He's the creator of the Intellivision home console in the early 70s, the father of video games. In addition to the level 175 update, let me link you guys the image. Young says, "Oh, to my love, is it set to 4K? We're in a slightly higher resolution. Let's see what the broadcast settings are at. Minimize network impact." Let me futz with these settings. I don't know if that'll help at all, but hopefully at least a little bit. Nirvana21 says, "I like Tiki Tuesdays, but the choppiness makes it impossible to enjoy and interact. Maybe another medium outside of Twitch for live streaming." We've definitely looked at things like YouTube, or Steam, in fact, has a streaming service that we might be trying out. Yeah, sorry about that issue. I can try adjusting the resolution that this is recording at. I don't know if that's having a difference. if other streams are also having, a lot of times where other streams are also having issues. But if not, just imagine this is a very nice audio-only podcast with your good friend CM Oda here. Well, I mean, it could entirely be the way that we're doing the recordings here. Yes, Engage, I am using OBS. You might try refreshing the stream a little bit. I'll see how I'm looking on Twitch. But anyways, along with the level 175 update, we also have Monster EXP is being adjusted on a gigantic scale, trying to get a list together of what monsters have changed. For the most part, their experience is being adjusted up a little bit, as well as monster spawns are being increased just a little bit, based on the information that we received from Cairo. So that'll help out a little bit. To help out with the high-end leveling, we have the Scarba Nightmare Dungeon coming in. We're making that available. I believe it's in the second level of the Scarba Dungeon. There'll be an NPC you can talk to go to the Nightmare or Challenge Dungeon in the map. Chesty LaRue says, are we gonna get flying Xmas crystals? I think we have like Christmas Jacks, Christmas Antonios. The quest we received from Cairo for this year's event is a hunt the monsters, you're collecting things and rewards, and you're turning them in for new headgears, new costume headgears. I'm curious if certain ISPs might have, could be an issue between us getting to Twitch and getting to you guys. I am broadcasting from the West Coast, so I don't know if that'll have any effect. So along with the Scarba Challenge Dungeon, we also have two new cards for the Gold Scarba and the Gold Queen Scarba. And the effects you can see in the maintenance thread here. Let me link that to you. An option to change to set the resolution. Let me see if I'm able to do that here. Pardon our dust. Let's see. Let's see, connections, no. The Lucky Box, we're currently putting together for renewal right now. We already have the Lucky Box set on Classic. I can tease out one thing for the Classic box, Lucky or Little Feather Hat. I know a lot of people have been asking for it, and so we are delivering that to you guys. That'll be one of the items that drop for that. Some people have suggested to restart the stream. Let me try doing that. Let's see if that'll work. I'll have a complete recording up. It should continue recording. All right, stop the stream. Restarting it right now. No idea if that actually causes anything to change, but you guys will see this when it comes up in just a couple seconds. They just really want to make sure that you're watching all the Twitch ads you can. For those of you guys who are going to be doing, well, actually, this will be available for everybody on renewal. Since we have the level 175 update coming in, we thought that it would be right to have a skill and stat reset available. So check with Santa once the maintenance is over this week, and he'll be in the middle of Prontera, should be, and we'll be offering a one-time free reset. So that'll let you guys kind of rebalance your builds and things like that. Okay, already talked about the Christmas quest coming in. I'll have the page up on that as soon as I can. Right now you guys can check out the Play Ragnarok update section. I'm updating that page with details. Yeah, for some of you guys, you might just have to wait for the archive version. I'll have to play around with the settings for the next broadcast, maybe. Oh, blimey. Alright, I'm refreshing the stream myself, seeing what it looks like. Another ad. Jeez. Yeah, I'm just kind of seeing Yeah, okay. There's definitely an issue with the stream. Just taking a look at the settings right now. Yeah, I don't know. Even the stream that I'm seeing looks totally messed up. Let me stop the stream and try restarting it. Yeah, let me take a look at the encoding. Let's see what might be going on. All right, let's try that again. Let's see if that works. Let's see. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to hear this. It should be starting again soon. Let me refresh the page. Got a black screen here. Alright, now I've got a little loading thing. We'll see if the video loads. So how are you guys doing today? You guys having a good time? You guys looking forward to level 175-60? Right now we're trying to ask Hero if they can expand the levels for the expanded class characters as well, so they'll be able to continue participating in things like WoW. Yeah, it kind of seems like it's gotten a little worse. Yeah, let me see if I can send to a different server or something like that. stopping the stream. I'm gonna give it a couple seconds. We'll see how that goes. What I'll probably have to do is do some test streams during the week. You should be able to link here, Young. We removed that restriction, so you should be able to talk. Okay, that's good to hear. I switched the server by you guys' advice. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Yeah, it looks okay. It looks okay to me. So hopefully that'll work a little bit better. Maybe it wasn't Twitch all the time. Well, it was Twitch, but... okay. Well, it's a little better than it was a few minutes ago, but it's not as good as it could be. I also had to keep playing around with the settings, guys. I'll have to look on the OBS forums for some help. Anyway, let's talk about what's going on Classic this week. Did a whole bunch of tweaks to the monster spawns over there. Celebrating the birthday of Alexander Courage, who did a lot of the original themes for Star Trek, the original series. But we also have the Lucky Box coming in on Classic server. We're also going to be having a jump event, not in the same way that you get the free levels, but we're going to be reducing the amount of EXP it takes to level up to level 70 or around there. But that's going to happen in January. We didn't want to run the events at the same time. Otherwise, people would have to choose between which server they want. Uppercase Warrior says, guys, does third class content like new monsters and dungeons get ported to Classic renewal? It does not get ported over. There's a lot of mechanics that will only work on a renewal server. But we're always adding new content to Classic, like what we have for this week. A lot of changes to monster spawn rates. Last week we took a look at Biolabs 3, and it was just an extremely mobby kind of map. So I'm trying an experiment for this week. I cut the spawns of monsters in half, seeing if that might make it a little bit easier for people to level down there. So I was told that we'll have that going in, and the Christmas quest will also be coming in on that server as well. So I thought I'd share this. A couple of our forum volunteers, Inubashiri, Inu, and Alaska, two very helpful volunteers, they sent in this really awesome character art. So I'm just going to have this hanging out in the corner here. So that is what we have coming in on Classic this week. The Biolabs change is kind of the really big thing. But we also asked some questions to the Classic community. What would they like to see for future content? It is possible that for the end of this year we might have the Nidhogger's Nest instance dungeon available on Classic. We have to test and see if it might work. That might be coming in as a sort of a month-long or a temporary event that we can have cycle in and out. It's one of the ways that we can introduce content that was not accessible normally on Classic server. So before I get started with answering the questions from the community, I thought I would open some of these things that we've received. First thing, you guys may recognize this. I don't know if it'll automatically focus on that. This is a gashapon, which I guess has just enough green to trick the green screen, but this is a gashapon figurine. I guess maybe not a gashapon because it comes in a box, but it's a trading figure for RO. We had some of these a long time ago. And so I want you guys to guess which figure will be in this box. Jesse R08 says, I haven't received my creative convention hat. I've been waiting for 3 months. Just let me know. Tell me what character you want it on and link me to your art, and I will make sure you get that hat. So we have Assassin, Alchemist, Wizard, Maya, who I believe is from the anime, Archer, and Priest. So you guys tell me what figurine you think will be in this box. Let me know in the comments, and we'll see if you're right. And so while you guys are guessing, actually I would love, we just happened to find a couple of old ones in our storeroom, but I sure would love if they're making more of those. Well, you know, if you guys are buy RO t-shirts, it will be a better case for us to get more merchandise made. So if you buy those t-shirts and the RO stuff that we start putting up on the store, it'll make it easier for us to argue for more officially licensed merchandise. We have an agreement with Kero now that allows us to produce that kind of stuff. You can go to warpportal.com/t-shirt. We have some very cool designs like a Turtle Dungeon themed shirt, as well as a beautiful Kafra shirt designed by our very own super artist Bada-chan. I'm going to link you guys in the chat. Okay, so seeing a couple of guesses here for what you guys have guessed it'll be in the Gashapon box. But first, this will probably be totally invisible. Ooh, invisible! Yeah, this will not show up because it's totally green, but we actually received a Christmas card. It's a holiday card contest created by forum member Tatiana, and I said that I'd be opening it up on the live stream, and we just received these not too long ago. Carefully opening this up, and I believe that the contest or the event is still open, so you guys can still send us some. We also have this other one that we received just today. Desu Gaming says, I'm going to be streaming Aura one of these days. Please do. We have a list of streamers on our forums, and we can actually offer codes for things like a 5-day VIP that streamers can hand out. You guys just have to ask us, let us know how many you'd like, and we can actually give codes to get people to watch your streams. So the card says Season's Greetings. Beautiful handmade card here, and let's open this up for you. Look at that. Look at that. Let me read you what it says. And this is from the creator of the contest, Tatiana. Happy holidays, Ragnarok. Because no matter the weather, pourings must play. That's just such a beautiful little card. It's nice and 3D. So we're going to have that by our desks. So that's very beautiful. This next letter, they put their real name on here, so I kind of can't read that. So we'll see what they put on the card. Okay, this is another green card, so you guys will totally not be able to see this on the stream. I think you might still, I'm not sure if you'll be able to mail, you might be able to mail in time. Let me link you guys to that contest. So it's under the Tatiana's Holiday Pop-Up Card Contest, and I'm going to put a link to that right in the chat. So I would highly recommend, let's see if it says, the mail-in entries must be delivered to the Ragnarok office no later than December 12th to qualify. So if you got it in the mail right now, you might be able to do it. But you can still post your card, picture of it, in that thread. I think for... Right, the contest ends on December 12th, so... you can also enter it by posting a picture in that thread. And so this next one, oh my gosh, how beautiful is that? I'm not sure how much of it you'll be able to see, but it's a, let me turn off the, I'll turn off the chroma key so you guys can see the green screen in all its glory. But it's got a Santa pouring here, and it has a beautiful tree with, you have some tassels coming off of there. Really cool 3D card. Thank you so much. Please make sure that you give your, this is from Tigra, or Tigra. So thank you so much for sending that in. These are so beautiful. Really happy. And I think we just got that the other day. All right, so it's time to answer the questions, and let's open up this little figurine here. Let's see if I can... Sorry, hopefully you guys are not easily motion sick, but I'm going to open up the card here. Not sure if it can focus on something that's so close to it, but let's see. Sorry, it's kind of messy. But I'm a messy guy, so you gotta get used to it. So let's open this bad boy up. Alright, you guys can get a better image of what it looks like. It should be able to autofocus. Hello, hello. And what do we have here? This is, I see a pouring and an axe, so it must be a character who can use an axe. I don't even think that'll focus. That's all right. I know it's a Dell keyboard. We've got old Dell units here. Well, for those of you who guessed Maya, you are correct. Here she is right here. And I think I'll actually... does not include instructions, I don't think. Well, maybe I'll build her up right here while I'm answering questions from the community. Oh, come on. Let's see if that's a little more in focus. So while I put Maya together, and thank you guys for chiming in and voting, let's talk about the Tiki Tuesday question lounge for this week. And I'm going to link to that right here. Okay, so the first question we have comes in from Razez. He asked, I hope the October box is leaving. Boxster is finally going to get updated. Once we get the big update completed, we'll be able to work on some of the projects that we wanted to be working on. Next question is, when is the spotlight going to change and to what? Next week is a little bit more likely. We're kind of packed in with stuff this week, for sure. Thinking the New World might be an appropriate place. Place might help out some users with getting to a higher level. But we definitely want to replace Lighthausen. It just takes a while for us to set up a new spotlight, especially with all the other stuff that we've got going on. Can you please add descriptions of the different enchants listed? We kind of have a basic description of what they do. But we can always work on making that a little bit more specific. How long before the new costumes will be able to be enchanted? The ones that can't be enchanted yet, like the Bat and Devoted Eyes, we are working on these. Once we'll have a little bit more time once the update is in. The next question is, how long... I hope you guys will have a free stat and skill reset for when the new skills come in. I absolutely agree. That's why we're doing one. Come on. Is this not properly? There we go. Just had to futz with it a little bit. Nen FZ asks, when is all the Christmas stuff coming? That's going to be coming in this week. We should have a Christmas quest coming in on both Classic and Bidion Aro says you skipped my question. Is Boxer going to get updated with new items? Boxster usually gets updated about a week after the new Lucky Box comes in. Engage says, I forgot if you mentioned this or not during your last stream, but it appears Jero got some new class character sprites. Is there any chance we'll be seeing those sprites implemented in the future? It's quite possible, though a lot of that's going to depend on if Kero gets it. There's a lot of contents that Jero gets that that Kero may not necessarily get, especially if it's stuff that is internally developed by Jero. And so that's always kind of a bummer when we find those things. Question, any chance of a 2 or 3 3x EXP event for Christmas? That I don't know if there might be anything happening for Christmas. Oh, geez. Okay. So these things are pretty vintage and a little bit fragile, as you can see. Oh, pardon me, madam. I'm just going to put that right there. Now you have a tail. Good. Excellent. Anyway, have to get some glue. Next question is up from Face Killer, asking about the Kaguro and Oboro. There's kind of some big changes happening to one of the skills. And it kind of, as he said, it affects the survivability of the class. Let's look away from that. Let's look away from that. Ugh. Let's never speak of what happened to Maya. That was unfortunate. I did not kill Maya. But we are asking Caro about the changes. Basically, for this this patch, the only information they really told us about was the level 175 updates. We want more information on what actually got changed on Caro for the Kagero and Oboro class. We wouldn't be able to delay the patch in order to wait for a response from them, but it's something that once a change goes in, with you guys' feedback and testing, we can actually send that information to Caro, like, hey, this is not, this is not right, or this is something that we're not told about, that sort of thing. But it's not something we would be able to do for this week. Zero Tigress asks, would it be possible to convince Caro to update the official servers more regularly and quickly? The whole at least 6 months behind Caro is really not working out for RO as a whole, since it encourages players to flock to P servers because they're updated way more quickly than the mains. Every month I send in a community feedback report, and we have reports that we send to Caro. The number one issue I've told them about, the number one thing that the community is concerned about is lack of new content, or the slow pace that we're getting content, missing updates, some things that we're 3-4 years behind. It's a big issue. It's something where, yeah, we want to tell people that they should play the game here because, we have the real content. We're actually getting new stuff in here, and it kind of undermines us when we have updates that have sort of been long delayed and when we're so far behind. But we're working to close the gap, especially during 2015. I've already posted up some initial stuff for those of you who are interested in the Gunslinger class. We're looking at third quarter of 2015 for a tentative schedule, so coming in the not too distant future. Onid-chan says, probably a question for the maintenance thread, but will the spotlight change? I've already talked about that. Frozen asks, can we get some TIs for the high-level dungeons after the update? Not really planning on having turn-ins for the level 160 to 175. We're definitely pressing Caro to get more of those high-level dungeons, especially the ones that we should have already gotten by now. But for 150 to 175, we kind of want people out in the fields. We want them to actually be going to the real dungeon maps, not just kind of logging on and getting into Gramps. Hope you guys really like Silver Bells, because that's all that has been playing. Let's get another Oro song playing here. Trying to avoid using any licensed music. Hopefully a lot of you guys watch this on YouTube and we can monetize the video. There we are. This seems a little bit more Tiki, you know what I mean? Alright, let's see. Also, are we getting new equipment with a new dungeon? As far as I can see, it looks like it's just new cards that are dropping off of the challenge dungeon monsters. For this one, I'm probably not going to do any licensed music. I'm going to try it out. We actually got, for the Gundam music, the Gundam intros that we were playing last week, we actually got a copyright thing that said that we cannot, the broadcast will not be viewable from some countries. I'm guessing Japan, but just trying to keep our noses clean for this broadcast and using some RO music that we own. So hopefully we do not get any kind of complaints. But yeah, I mean, Okamimaru / Face Killer is kind of like the preeminent Kagero and Oboro player. You know, a lot of guides, he has a guild that is just ninja class characters. So feedback from people who really know the classes is pretty important to us, and we'll probably be talking with him about testing and sending reports and stuff like that. Fuyuki-kun in the forums asks, can you put Nightmare Baphomet to GH Challenge Dungeon, and why none of the monsters in GH Challenge Dungeon use skills? My trapper needs more challenge. Actually, that's something where we should check into that if they're not using skills. We'll take a look at that. I mean, the idea for this Friday's live stream was that I was going to watch Slayers for the first time, but I don't know. You know, I don't want to get taken down from YouTube or anything like that. Among the things that Char Aznable asks about is an RO calendar thing. Have not heard anything back about that. I think Char Aznable is actually in the Twitch chat. Is there any chance you guys could delay the level 175 expansion to the second quarter so we can have an update ready for us to go with? Delaying a patch would actually cause every other patch in the pipeline to get pushed back. So Karo has this thing where we have to have the prior update, for instance, what we have coming in tomorrow. It has to be in on the main servers before we can request other stuff start coming in. So that would kind of be slowing us down. Undying on the forums asks, easy question, heart emoticon, will Nidgarbs be in Classic before 2014 ends? Like I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, we will try seeing if that might be possible. Even though the New World may not exist in its current state on Classic server, the way that Renewal does the Heroes Trail, where it's sort of like you have a hub map and you access different new instances through that, is quite smart. It's a crack in the dimensional gorge, so you can kind of do what you want. It's kind of like the TARDIS. You can get away with a lot of stuff. Chris Chan says, hello, now that we're getting the Karo update for Dragon's Breath, are you guys going to lift the delay of the skills? We can take a look at that, but the aftercast delay for Dragon's Breath is there to halt no delay, which is, you know, it would still be an issue even with the changes. And then some other people kind of suggesting the next spotlight, Ludi, Aldi Toy Factory, Geffen Tower, New World. We'll be looking at those suggestions. They all look pretty good. Tay Tokalian asks, is there a prerequisite to be able to level to 175? Or will the level cap just automatically change when the server's updated? Yes, you won't be required to do a quest. You'll just, if you're level 150, you'll be able to level beyond that. If you don't have to be 150 level 50 to be able to level past that, basically. Yoshie1298 says, a question, do you know or have you heard of any development on performance issues for Windows 8? Not too familiar with if there are any issues like that. Priority question, any progress on getting the Super Novice and expanded class characters to the level 175 cap? No response from Karo on that front yet. Shadow Armor and Weapon Exchanger, that is possible for the future, but not this week. Shinobi EX3 asks, hey Oda, will you make investment stop until the will events are done? Investment, the NPCs will be turned off when we're doing our event woes at the end of the month. Thanks and shalom. Shalom to you as well. Hanukkah is coming up in just a couple days. You know, you guys can eat some delicious potato latkes. I'm a big fan of Jewish cuisine, Jewish American cuisine. So you get me a potato pancake with sour cream and applesauce on the side. It's great. Turbo Turtle asks, are you posting a list of the mobs that are getting their EXP modified for renewal? Yes, currently working on that to post up on the website. That's the questions that I have from the Tiki Tuesday thread. Oh. Moogle has posted up some new carts that they received on Karo. As always, if you see new content for a Karo update, let us know what the implementation date is on Karo's main servers. If you can include that in the post, we can actually look, and it'll be a little easier for us to request things. Right now, they're very focused on giving us like episode updates, Heroes Trail, big stuff, but because each version of the game kind of has different things that we have gotten, a lot of times it means that updates that we should have already gotten are sort of lost in translation. So getting the dates for when these were put in on Karo actually helps us to request the new stuff. So that's the questions that I have from the community. And let's see. If there are changes to the monster's level, I'll also make sure to post those. But basically going through a gigantic Excel file with Holden, he got me the list for what monster spawns will be changing, and so that's currently up on the website. The amount of EXP that you need for job and for base to level up to 175-60 is also posted. Let me link you to that again if you guys did not see that before. Young says, would you be appreciated if I made a list of a link with major patches that matters? Now, we actually have that thread up on the forums, Jay, and it's something I always give a shout out to that thread. It's very well organized. The unofficial Ragnarok, what to look forward to thread. In general, it has the dates on there. Okay, actually there is a date, February 8th, 2012 for the genetic/mechanic skill. So yeah, these are things that we can send to them. Most of these we have let them know that we're missing, but sometimes we have to remind them a couple times to sort of make sure that the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So anyway, folks, I would like to thank you very much for watching today's Tiki Tuesday thread. I'd like to thank you guys for joining us for the live chat. And for those of you who were not able to see the answers due to lag, hopefully it's improved a little bit, but I'm going to put the archive up on YouTube to make sure that you guys are able to see this. Make sure to watch the archive when I put it up. It's those viewer counts. If you subscribe and like the page, of course, it does help us quite a bit. So thank you guys. If I didn't answer your question, make sure to save it up. I will have the next Tiki Tuesday Community Spotlight thread posted perhaps on Friday, so you guys will be able to ask questions for next week. And make sure to let me know what kind of stuff you're seeing from the community, like what stuff this week you liked. If you see a YouTube from an RO fan, if you've seen a really cool piece of fan art, link that to me. Let me know, send me a PM, or just post in this week's thread on the forum to let us know what kind of stuff you think needs to get a signal boost and a shout out for next week. So until then, guys, thank you very much for joining us for this week's Tiki Tuesday live show. I would not be here without you guys' support. I always appreciate you guys being such a kind and knowledgeable community. So until then, until next time, guys, see you guys on the other side of this big maintenance this week, and see you Friday. Actually, see you Thursday. I'm doing an RO stream on Thursday instead, and we're kind of splitting the This Week in Ragnarok off into more like our Geek Out or our Nerd Out Fridays, where we'll be playing different games and having fun. So make sure to join us for that Thursdays and Fridays. We'll have some announcements up. But until then, catch you guys later, and aloha.